Welcome guys, in today's cooking video we are cooking a Tuna Nicoise salad. Absolutely delicious, French classic, probably one of my favourite salads. So without further ado, let's jump in, see what ingredients are going into this today. So first up, we've got 2 palm-sized pieces of tuna. This is for 2 people that I'm going to be cooking this. And we've got 2 eggs. We're going to have a boiled egg on each one as well, which will boil for 5 minutes. More protein, we garnish them with anchovies. These like really lift the salad, they're delicious. We need a handful of French green beans, seeing as this is a classic French recipe. We need a couple of handfuls of new potatoes, any small potatoes that you can find. We need a handful of cherry tomatoes as well. And then we need some olives. I think black olives work best for this recipe. And then we're just going to finish it with a few rocket leaves. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's get cooking. So first things first, I'm going to boil a pan of water. It needs to be deep enough that your egg can be submerged in it, okay? So I'll use that to cook my eggs and my green beans just to save time. So I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. Once it comes to the boil, they'll boil for about 4 to 5 minutes. So lid on top. Next up, prepare the potatoes. Now obviously, if we were to just chop them in half, they're going to take a while to cook. We want this recipe to be quick. So slice them into about 4. That way they're going to cook a lot quicker. Okay, so we're going to wash these underwater. It's really important you wash potatoes very well. So it's really important to wash your potatoes, remove any excess starch. So what we do is we leave them running underwater like that for a minute or 2, and it will start to look really clear, and you remove the excess starch. Next up, just top and tail the green beans. At this point here, it's fine to eat, but it's the hard end that you want to remove. Perfect, so they're ready to go in the water once the water's boiling. We've been washing. We're now gonna add those to the pan with the eggs. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, but we're cooking for speed. I'm trying to show you guys how to cook quick meals. So we're just gonna do it all in that same pan. Just like that. Next up, we're going to cut the tomatoes in half, just ready to garnish the salad. So you see where the eye of the tomato is, turn it on its side, cut them in half that way. Just do it nice like that. Perfect, so quick and easy. Now we're just waiting for the potatoes and the eggs to cook. The beans will take about a minute to cook from there. And then we've just got to cook the tuna. So I forgot to say, we're going to make a nice little bit of mustard dressing to lift this whole salad as well. So tablespoon, not a lot, let's say 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then a squeeze of some mustard, grain mustard, English mustard, French mustard, whatever you've got. There we go, good squeeze of that. And then just a bit of acidity, I've got some white vinegar. Again, just under a tablespoon. Yeah. And then a little bit of salt. And this will just lift the salad. It's very nice on the potatoes once they're cooked. So I'll throw them into here. So they've got a bit of mustard on them. Yep, now the only other thing I may add to that is just a squeeze of honey. Honey and mustard is really delicious dressing. So I've got that, watch, squeeze of mustard. That's it. Easy as that when you know how, isn't it? Well, that will honestly really lift the salad. Delicious. So once this has come to the boil, The eggs are just going to boil for 4 minutes. That is it. We want them running in the middle. And then we'll turn it down because we don't want the potatoes to boil and fall apart. Okay. Eggs have been boiling 4 minutes. So I'm going to get them out of the water very carefully. And then turn the heat down on the pan. So it just goes to a gentle simmer. Otherwise the potatoes go to a bit of a mash on the outside, so it will fall out before the middle. So on a gentle simmer now with the lid off. Okay, we're going to season the tuna with salt, pepper on both sides. Flip it over. Again, this will cook very quickly. We want it pink in the middle. There's nothing worse than dry tuna. So we're going to get a pan on the heat, ideally non-stick. We're going to get it hot. It's not like when we're cooking fish where we want to crisp up the skin. The tuna, we want to sear it. So we're going to cook it fast in a hot pan. Okay, we're going to peel the eggs. So just go around the egg like this, hitting it against the board a little bit, and roll it a little bit, and then peel it, you get inside that little membrane skin, and then just remove any excess shell. Okay, we're going to cut these in half. I didn't achieve the soft boil today because the water wasn't cold at all to cool them down, but that's fine, still delicious. Pan is hot. We're going to get a tablespoon of coconut oil in there. Get the tuna in. So you just want to test your potatoes with a knife and make sure it goes through easily and they're not too hard. So they are very nearly there, like literally a couple of minutes away. Nothing worse than if the potatoes have that rawness to them. Not far at all. Okay, so this has just been cooking for a minute. There's a bit of seared colour on it, turn it over. It honestly is as easy as that. Cook it for a minute outside, we'll take it out of the pan. So much nicer when it's pink in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to get the potatoes out like this because I want to keep the water to cook the beans. Okay, so really important, we want this nice and pink. Cook it a minute each side and just take it out and let it rest. Okay, we're going to run the potatoes over a bit of cold water, cool them down a little bit because they're for a salad. Doesn't matter if they're a bit warm, bit room temperature. Okay, get this turned back up to full with the lid on, get it boiling, ready for the beans, which will take a minute. It's the last thing to do. Okay, look, boiling, beans in, lid back off. Potatoes, just pat them dry, remove any excess water. Then get them back in the bowl. Because for this, the salad to taste nice, we've got to season up the individual ingredients as well. So a little bit of salt. And then we're going to sit these in the mustard dressing. Give it a toss around. Give it a taste, see how it tastes for salt. That's delicious. Okay, so we're going to test one of the beans. These are quite hot. Burn my lip. No, they're still a bit raw, another minute, because they're quite chunky beans. But at the same time, you still want that crunch. You don't want them overcooked. So 1 more minute. Okay, let's go. Take them off. Like I said. And then again, we're going to run them under the cold water, just cool them down a bit, okay, like that. Now, nice and simple, start with the potatoes. Now, obviously I'm a bit chefy, so I'm going to make it look nice. But in theory, you can just bang it on the plate, right? Don't need to be too pedantic about it. So these are the potatoes in the nice honey and mustard dressing. Adds another dimension to the dish. Okay. Tomato. Again, just randomly scatter some of these tomatoes around like so. Lovely. Green beans, so just get them around. Nice colours on this dish though, that's what I like about the niçoise as well. Lovely layers of green and red colours. So it's a real classic French dish, this one. Black olives, now we have that nice colour as well. Now I've not stoned these, they've got stones in. You can just pick the stones out as you're eating, but if you want to de-stone them first, you can. It's all about speed, right? But as you can see, lovely colours already, right? We'll get the eggs on, which I completely failed with the soft boil today. Will let me off just this once. Okay, now I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lime juice on my tuna. Just give it that little bit of zestiness at the end. And then I'm gonna drizzle the rest of this dressing around the salad. Again, if you cook this, share it in the WhatsApp group. I would love to see your inventions, and if you can make it look as pretty as me. Tuna on top. Okay. Now, I'm not going to add the rocket leaf today because I discovered my rocket leaf isn't that great. Yeah, it's not that great. So there we have it, guys. Classic French tuna niçoise. We forgot the anchovies. Last but not least, these are the best component of the dish. They just lift it wonderfully. Again, a high protein dish. Come on, we got the tuna, the eggs, the oily fish, anchovies. Look at that. I know this looks fancy, but it's not. I've just let the ingredients do the talking. That's the beauty of food, right? Just let the ingredients do the talking and the colour. Right, there we have it, guys. Tuna niçoise salad with a honey and mustard.